Samsung's upcoming Galaxy S25 series is poised to take the smartphone game to an entirely new level, and it looks like the tech giant has a secret weapon to leave its competitors in the dust. Imagine owning a phone that not only promises cutting-edge features, but actually delivers them before anyone else. That's exactly what Samsung is bringing to the table. But before we dive into the details, make sure to join our membership for exclusive updates and insider access to what's next in tech. The link is in the description. The Galaxy S25 series, set to debut in January next year, is shaping up to be a game changer in more ways than one. At the heart of this innovation is a completely revamped version of Samsung's virtual assistant Bixby, which promises to outdo Apple at its own game. While Apple's iPhone 16 introduced its camera control button and the much-anticipated Apple Intelligence, these features have fallen short of expectations. Apple Intelligence, in particular, is facing a staggered and limited rollout, with many regions still waiting for access. Even where it is available, it's clear that Apple has yet to refine it into something worth the hype. Samsung, on the other hand, is not just making promises, it's delivering results. The next generation Bixby already live in China. It's powered by a state-of-the-art large language model that integrates Samsung's proprietary Gauss AI with Google's Gemini model. This isn't just a rehash of existing tech, it's a groundbreaking leap forward in virtual assistant technology. With the global release of the Galaxy S25, this advanced AI is set to make waves across the smartphone market. So how does Samsung's new Bixby stack up against Apple's offerings? The answer is simple. It's light years ahead. Apple Intelligence, as advertised during the iPhone 16 launch, was meant to redefine the way users interact with their devices. But with delays pushing significant updates like Siri's large language model integration to 2026, Apple's promises feel increasingly hollow. Meanwhile, Samsung's Bixby is already demonstrating its ability to perform tasks that Apple only talked about. It can interface with apps, understand nuanced contexts, fetch and organize stored data, and even proactively assist users based on what's happening on the screen. In other words, Samsung's Galaxy S25 is set to offer the iPhone 16's most touted features before the iPhone 16 itself can deliver them. This puts Apple in a tough spot. For consumers who are on the fence, the choice becomes much clearer. Why wait for Apple to catch up when Samsung already has the technology ready to go? And with the potential for better value pricing, the Galaxy S25 becomes even more compelling. But there's more. Samsung is positioning itself to not just compete, but dominate. Reports suggest that Apple's upcoming iPhone 17 may come with a price hike, narrowing the cost gap between the two brands. If that happens, the Galaxy S25, with its superior AI capabilities and polished user experience, will stand out as the smarter choice for anyone who wants to stay ahead of the curve. It's clear that Apple is under immense pressure. After heavily marketing Apple Intelligence during its September announcements, the company now faces the reality that it cannot afford to take its time perfecting its AI tools. The more delayed and fragmented Apple Intelligence remains, the more Samsung's head start with Bixby will matter. And Samsung isn't wasting any time. January is just around the corner, and the Galaxy S25 launch promises to be a pivotal moment in this ongoing rivalry. This brings us back to Samsung's ace up its sleeve. By focusing on delivering a complete product with real-world functionality, Samsung is proving that it's not just about keeping pace with Apple, but setting a new standard altogether. The revamped Bixby is a testament to that vision. More than just a feature, it's a bold statement about where the future of smartphones is headed. If you're as excited as we are about what's coming, don't forget to join our membership for exclusive content, deep dives into the latest innovations, and behind-the-scenes updates. The link is in the description, and it's your ticket to staying ahead in the fast-paced world of technology. As the launch date for the Galaxy S25 draws closer, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. This is more than just another phone. It's the next chapter in the evolution of smart devices. Samsung is stepping into the spotlight not just as a competitor, but as a leader. Whether it's about performance, innovation, or value, the Galaxy S25 is set to redefine what we expect from our phones. So, if you're ready to be part of this game-changing moment, click the link in the description to join our membership. Get ready to witness Samsung's Galaxy S25 take the stage and show the world what happens when innovation leads the way. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the two biggest names in the smartphone world right now: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163 millimeters by 77.6 millimeters. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new Camera Control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1-nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48-megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12-megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200 megapixel main camera, alongside a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50 megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post-processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to over-sharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low-light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5,000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.